What is good, guys? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my honest thoughts and opinions on somebody that is or could be a little bit controversial, and that is The Miz. Kind of deal. I know a lot of people that do like him. I know quite a few people who aren't necessarily fans of him, and I might be a little bit biased based off the title of this video, but Miz is one of my guys. He has been one of my guys since 2009, so well over a decade, or maybe like 08, 09 time period. And as you can tell by the title below, this video will be about why I believe The Miz is a guaranteed future first ballot Hall of Famer without question, and whatnot. Before I share my thoughts and opinions, I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on The Miz in general. Do you like him? Do you not like him? Do you like him doing promos but not necessarily wrestling, or vice versa? Do you think he is... I think everybody, or at least a nice chunk of people, can agree that he will end up in the Hall of Fame. But do you think he is the first ballot headlining act kind of deal when it comes to the Hall of Fame? I would love to know down in the comments below. While you're down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Miz is one of my guys, so I will fully admit I might be more than a little bit biased when it comes to this. So I would love to know your which side of the fence you're on, along with the reasoning behind it, kind of deal, down in the comments below. And like I said, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and all of that fun stuff. And to give a little bit of a backstory kind of deal on The Miz, he signed with WWE, or he was on Tough Enough in 2004, and then did developmental, I assume, some point in 2005 under the WWE banner, and has been with them ever since. And let's say if The Miz is let go or something like that, I don't see him wrestling for anybody else kind of deal. To me, he is one of those guys that is a WWE guy, good or bad, for the remainder of his career. Like, I don't want to say he'll pull a John Cena, but if he does do part-time wrestling, it'll be for WWE. No, like, WrestleCon, no this con, that con, the other con kind of deal, like doing the convention circuit. I just see him being a WWE guy for the remainder of his career and whatnot. And which, for me, that alone will be, I don't want to say it's Hall of Fame worthy, but kind of being in the weird mind of Vince McMahon. Hey, he's been with us for over a decade and a half. I don't see him wrestling for anybody else. He's really good in the media, like doing interviews. First one to, always remember hearing like pre-pandemic WrestleManias for years straight. The Miz, when it comes to the media, circuit, radio, television, all of that kind of stuff. First one to get there, last one to leave, which I'm like, bravo kind of deal. Or maybe second person to get there, second person to leave after John Cena. But he's been the go-to guy for media stuff for years. And when it comes to his accomplishments in WWE, according to Wikipedia, so I don't know, I assume that this is pretty accurate. Two-time Slammy Award winner for Best WWE.com exclusive back in 08, and Tag Team of the Year with John Morrison back in 2008. He is a two-time WWE champion, 8-time Intercontinental champion, 2-time United States champion. I thought it was more than that. Four-time WWE Tag Champion, two-time SmackDown Tag Champion, two-time World Tag Team Champion, Season 1 winner of the Mixed Match Challenge the Raw, Money in the Bank 2010 winner, 25th Triple Crown Champion, 5th Grand Slam Champion under the current format, 14th overall, and the first ever two-time Grand Slam Champion. And that's a lot of stuff since he was in developmental in like 05, but I think he made his debut on the main roster in like 06. I think maybe 07 kind of deal. And that's like, I'm not the best at math, like 14 years, 15 years kind of deal on the main roster. And you can say whatever you want to say about him, like his wrestling style, but they're like in those 17 years from developmental till 2022, he's only really been injured once, and that was last year during the zombie lumberjack match kind of deal. And for myself personally, that is hella impressive and whatnot, and his accomplishments alone for me is a first ballot Hall of Fame in the eyes of WWE, at least. And when it comes to the media, like I said, he's pretty good with the media kind of deal. First guy to show up, last guy to leave when it comes to interviews and whatnot. And I don't want to say he has a name outside of WWE, but he kinda, sorta, somewhat does. Like, my sister, who does not follow wrestling at all, she kinda, sorta, somewhat knows who The Miz and Maurice are through their television show. Like, she watches clips, I assume on YouTube, kinda deal. And she, non-wrestling fan, last time she watched was before Lita retired on a full-time basis back in 2006 and whatnot. So I think that, hey, like WWE or Vince McMahon would be like, hey, this guy's been around the block several times over, he's good with the media, good with charities and whatnot, he kind of has a name outside of the wrestling world, yeah, Hall of Fame, yeah, headlining act, or whatever. And I don't know for sure if, not necessarily if he'll go in, but I don't know for sure when he would go in kind of deal. I think I seen that he's 41, 42 years old, so I don't see him going in for another like 5-10 years at the soonest kind of deal. But whenever he does go into the WWE Hall of Fame, I would not complain if it's first ballot for myself personally. But then again, I might be a little bit more of a Miz fan kind of deal and whatnot. But either way, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly than any of that, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. I do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's